All right, hopefully that's going to work. This is going to be the last one, certainly for this weekend. It might end up being the last one in the project if if luck and fate smile upon me. So the chassis, the running gear, that's all built. I haven't put a battery in there to test it. I probably should do that to make sure everything's working as it should. But at the moment, I'm just going to assume it's all working just fine and press on. I've painted the body. I haven't painted the little driver person, but I will build it and put it in there. The little driver, I guess, sits on this part here. So I'll put that together while the body's drying. There's also some lights on here, some little light pods that are meant to go on there. I'll put them together. I don't think I'm going to paint them either. I'm just going to leave them white because, like I say, the whole project has just been about getting another car to bash around and learn to drive with something that neither of us are particularly upset about breaking. Not that I'm going to go out there and try and break it. So I've got all the decals. I'm not putting on all the small ones. I'll put on most of the big ones and that kind of stuff. But yeah, it's just to give it a bit of personality, I think. So I'll find my snips that I was just using for some cable management. And it has gotten very warm here in Bumfudge, Australia. The temperatures have just gone straight up. So I might have to go and get a fan or something. Oh no, found the snips. Okay. So I'll have a look at what it says to do in the book here, because I'm guessing the little driver has to be assembled before. Okay, so it's a 3x12 screw. There's a couple of little bits that sort of click in for his head. And then there's a screw in the body. I'm not going to paint it. Like I say, it's just, it can be the white pasty face of death for all I care. Okay, so the front and half of the helmet go together. Then there's a screw that goes through the bottom. Okay, cool. I'm not sure if there's a body. Do you have to cut him out from the body? I don't know. Gee, I hope not. That'd be a real pain in the ass. We'll see. All right. Oh, there's a body. Maybe there's two different versions of the body. Which version is that? Z8. That's 8. That's 6. So I guess maybe there's probably a thing of, if you want to have it looking like this, you've got to use Z6. But Z8 it is. There's the front half of his head. There's the back half of his head. And I will hopefully go through and put all these videos. I've just realized I've stuffed up the title on 2 of them, so I want to put them together in the same playlist so it's easy for them to be viewed. Right. So the front half, there is a little, so that one has to go in. That goes in the back half like that. And then that one goes in the front half. I don't think it matters which way up, like that. And then that goes through there to hold it together. And then a 3x12 screw goes up through his backside. Let me just find a 3x12. There's still a few around. I've also been going through the just over the whole chassis and tightening up screws, just double checking that things are as they should be, nipping things up, feeling for where there's wobbles and rattles and that kind of gear. And let's get him sort of centralized. Okay, there we go. Oh God, that's way off. There we go. There he is, and then might have to loosen that off a bit because he's got a big gap in the top of his head. But that won't matter. All right, I'll go get the body. I've just smoked the windows on it. So here it is. Oh, yay. Doesn't it look amazing? Doesn't really look very amazing, does it? But what you don't realize until you've done this once or twice is that there's this protective film. And it may not be perfect, but it's going to look a hell of a lot better once the protective film comes off. It gets to show how good a painting masking job. Now, the issue I had is that I didn't sand on the edge. I actually ran over and sanded on the outside, so I sanded some of the masking off. But when it's driving around on a track doing, I don't know, 30 kilometers an hour, are you going to notice it? I'm not saying it's an excuse to be slapdash, but like I say, apparently the term is a shelf queen. If you're only ever going to have it on the shelf and you're never going to drive it, you don't need to worry. So it immediately looks nicer. Paint's a bit thin in there. Can't do much about that. Fortunately, a fingernail is usually strong enough just to get that on there. So it has got the stickers going on this after all the other pieces are on. So who am I to judge? So the first thing it's got is that there's a screw, a 3x8 from bag A, 3x8 screw going through the top here into his head. So let's do that. The windows aren't too smoky. I just sort of, give them a bit of a go over. That one, the white's probably still drying on the underside. So I backed both of these. I wanted to see how it would look with a white backing. There we go. He's in there doing his thing, and he'll go on the top there nicely. Right. So now there's some lights that have to go through. So there's two 3mm things for these light pods. They just sort of click together apparently. I don't think I'm going to keep the rest of the driver. I might throw him in the kit bash box. Maybe the kit bashers can do something with him. You can use him for their kit bashing ill-gotten gains. I'm hoping to work on the Dalek, but geez, it's hot. It's probably, well, I'd say in here it's about 30, 32 degrees. Maybe a bit warmer in here at the moment. It was very, very warm. 2 3x12 with some washers. So here's some washers. Right, some screws. The pods, they go on like this, so you've got a bottom and a top, like that, bottom and a top, like that. Screw and the washer go together. Let's see. Really wish that I had some magnetic drivers at the minute, just to pick up these little pieces, but what you do is what you got. Run what you brung. Okay, so poking through from here. Now this paint might be a bit soft for this, but we'll see. Got to really, it's non-stop today. I will answer that shortly. Funny thing, be nice if your family members were also subscribed to you, but that's not always the case. There we go. There we go. Put that one through there. Get it started. I think that'll do us. Little bug eyes. All right. What else? The spoiler. Let's put the spoiler on. D9. I think this is D. There they are. D9. So there are a couple of the bits I thought, oh no, I'm kind of stuffed up and I'll need them. All right, D9, and it goes through these two little nubbins under there. So I guess they squish up under there that way, and a couple of 3x12 screws with some washers through the top. So I also haven't taken the plastic off of this, so let's get to that. There's another text just to remind me that I had a missed call. The reminders of having missed calls are almost worse than having missed calls. This was a bit hard to get the paint into as well. This one was a bit tricky. Particularly getting paint into here, you can see it's quite light on that edge there. Couldn't do much about it. Same down there. Yeah. So that's going to go down there with some skrees and washies. Bag A for some washers, I think. Yep. One. and 2. Right, I'm slowly building up a nice little stash of extra pieces. Is that definitely getting enough extra pieces to do, you know, if something breaks I can fix it, I think. I'm regretting cutting my fingernails the other night. Oh dear Lord. There we go, one. I think after this I'm going to retire to the house with the air conditioning. Right, so they go through in there, so it's got to be sort of a poke these through, I think. There you go, poke them in first. And then poke these under here. This is not the easiest thing to get on. I'm trying to, that's the best way. I might have to actually get a little wee sockety thing to hold that, hey? Just to get it started. I think that started. Has it started? Yes, it started. Okay. One. Where's the other one gone? There. So I'm going to push that up in there. I should probably put that in there, like that, and then put that on there, like that, and then get this guy on there, and then try and swap hands, and hold that in place like that, and then just start it like this. It's all very easy, isn't it? It's a very straightforward operation. Okay. Here we go. I'd probably put some O-rings or something on these, but I can tell why they just, now when you're attaching things to models like side mirrors and stuff, they're just held on with a couple of O-rings and an R-clip. All right. I mean, it probably looks all right like that, you know, but let's add some details. Right. This is the thing that I often overlook, is how hard it is to get the stickers on. And you're meant to put them on in number order, but they don't show the pictures necessarily with them on in number order. So right now I can't actually find sticker number 1. Then again, I think some of them aren't particularly worrisome. It looks like the Hornet obviously goes front and center there. These are for the spoiler. So I think I think I'll just sort of try and apply these in number order. 3. I think that one is going to be really tricky to do. These long ones down the side are going to be quite horrible to do. So there's obviously one that goes, that one is going to have to go up and under there, and it's in 2 pieces. So and then we've got some that go around here. It's another check. Hold on, I better check my texts. Okay. All right. Anytime baby looks like it goes up there, the Hornet goes on the back. Right. All right. Nothing to it but to do it. Now, sometimes you can get away with doing these with keep the picture nearby. With other kits I've done, there's been a separate thing for the decoration. I'm partially concerned that the dog is barking too much for the neighbours. I'm also aware that dogs bark, and it is about 4 o'clock in the afternoon. So it's not like it's midnight. I'm not out here at all hours doing this sticker job. So I'm kind of, I don't know if I'm that worried. I think I'll put on some of these main ones and then I'll decide how much I want to continue. You just want to try and trim them right on the edge of the color. Not always easy to do. It's better to have a little bit of the blue showing rather than, not having anything, because you can kind of, this is where I need my block. The yoga block is actually quite a helpful tool. And I would probably also, normally, I would be spraying these. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to try and fold that over so I can get this lined up as best I can. If I need to trim it off afterwards, I've got a knife that I can trim it off. So they're not going to be perfect. I mean, this is actually the part of this whole process that I'm the worst at. Another text message. It's busy times. What a time to be alive. What's everyone else doing on their Sunday before they're going back to work? I'm hoping secretly I can win Cross Lotto tonight. So that one's going to have to go. Oh, hello. No, don't power off monitor. Hold on. There we go. Press the button. Wouldn't have made much difference to the stream, but it's, I guess, going to go up there like that. I don't know why that's not going to sit down there. Well, I suppose it probably would. Must have mounted that one a bit high up. Never mind. It's really hard when stickers have to line up with them with other stickers. It's a bit of a pain. Now, some of the bigger ones, sort of the folding method does seem to work, but you've got to remember, compared to the window masks, these things pinch and they get caught back inside themselves and stuff, and then it's a real pain in the ass. And these the vinyl stretchers. This is the test. See how it doesn't look like that? Doesn't look right there? Let me show you. Did you see it? Exactly. It's me covering up bad workmanship. But it is unfortunately true that you're not going to see it. Oh, now there's stickers that need to go under that thing, so they're not going on. Unless I feel like taking that off again later. But it shows you fitting the tail, and then it says put all the stickers on. So you would one would assume quite incorrectly that all the stickers can be fitted with that tail in situ. But one would be wrong. What time are we up to? Half hour. I'll try and go for an hour. I will try and see if I can last that long in the warmth of the workshop. There is no air conditioning in here. I am passively heated and cooled. So I'll see how I go. And if not, well, I might be next weekend that I come out and finish this off. So that's got to go like that. Or does it go down there and sits on the guard? I suppose it's before I had it lining up there. Yeah. We'll see. We've lost people, we've gained people. But the whole idea of this live stream series is for people to realize when someone does a build video and they condense it down to even 14 minutes or something, how long it actually takes. And the truth is it can take a very, very long time. Because this is a really long one, I'm going to split it. I'm going to split the backing. And I've just cut through the sticker a little bit there. Just so I can have a couple of spots where I can try and get it lined up. It did not work at all. It's probably more how it's meant to be. Never mind. What else can I get off here? Where's the Tamiya sticker meant to go? Doesn't really show. Nope, I don't see it, so I'm just gonna cut out the Hornet here, because I think that's a good one to get on there. Plus, it's good to have extra stickers in case you drive it and you get a few dings and scratches and things. You've got some recourse to remedy them a little bit without having to go, oh well, time to buy a new body set. Plus, my son might decide that he wants more stickers to go on it. There we go, the Hornet, and we'll put that one up there. Might even put Tamiya above it, I think. I think that'll look good. So for this one, we'll probably just do the scalpel method, which is to split it from the backing. Basically try and line up where we think it's going to look good. There we go. Can I get that Tamiya one on there? No, yeah, I can. Let's get that one on there as well. That'll look good. I don't want to put the off-roader on there because I've told my son this is a track car, because his idea of off-road is to just like drive it through the mud at full speed over rocks and stuff, and then he doesn't understand what happens when it breaks. So I'm trying very hard to sort of go, well, look, it can go off-road, but even driving off-road, you've got to be careful. But, you know, he's only a kid. I don't mean that in a bad way, but he's not had to, he's not had a car that he's had to fix or something because he's crashed it. So, I mean, a real car. I've had to fix many a radio control car, and sometimes I can and sometimes I can't. But the plan was to try and get him into these so that that's all right. I'm not going to put a number on it because I put that too low down anyway. I'll put a number on the side. Maybe I can do that. Hornet Racing Team is meant to fit under there. It might. It's funny how many different ways there are to put stickers on something. Oh, yeah, that'll fit. Might also detract from the misty paint that's down there. And if I cut this way, it's actually a better method, I think. Oh, heck. I did not want that. I didn't want it to do that at all. Nice one on that side. And I sometimes tell students that with their woodwork projects, well, you can't look at both sides at the same time. When people say, oh, it's a slightly different color on this side with their varnish or whatever, well, you don't look at both sides at the same time. Or they've try and make people feel better when they've mixed up their grains and they've got grain running horizontally on one side and vertically on the other, and you have to say, well, that's all right, you can't look at both sides at the same time. I know that they know it makes it look bad, but they already know that, so they don't need me to tell them. I think this one might have the opposite effect. I think it's probably going to add to being able to see that yellow line that doesn't line up. That's okay. Lovely. Should we try and do that anytime, baby? We should try and do these ones. Number 9. Let's try and see if I can get these ones in there. So that one's got to go down there. So yeah, that's 9. So that's got to go okay. We'll just chop it off as needed. Probably should have wrapped over the top. That's kind of hard to poke it in that corner. It's got some livery on it. That's probably closer to it. If I made that one absolutely perfect, then the other one would look worse. So horses for courses. Right. Where's Anytime Baby? It's got to go somewhere in there. Now, I'm not going to cut perfectly around it. It's going to be sort of approximation because I couldn't honestly cut right around all of these letters anyway. There's going to be some clear on them, but plus if I did that, I'd probably spend an hour on this sticker. And I'm already 42 minutes in, and I'm sure people would like to see it finished. So you never know, this might be it. Let's see where we can get this sticker to sit. Or where I can get the sticker to sit. But you can come with me on this magical journey. You have to undo that screw. I have the Leisure Suit Larry theme stuck in my head. I guess that's meant to be going right up here as well. That's fine. That is absolutely okay. We'll just do this. I've got a little body reamer tool, so we'll put the sticker on. And then I will ream out the hole. Anytime, baby. Anytime. Let me get my reamer. Ream, the impossible ream. Okay, there we go. Yeah, that looks violent. There we go. At the end of this, the main goal is just going to be putting stuff away. That will be the big challenge, making sure that all the things actually go where they're supposed to go. And I'll just sort of brush off the little bits of sticker onto the floor, and I will vacuum at the end. Now, my only concern is that the washer is going to start to pull the sticker. So I'm going to have to be very careful. What I might even do is ream it from the top. Just so that the sticker's not sort of load bearing. You don't want a load bearing sticker. Right, and that one's going to go on there. I'm going to try and upend this and poke this in its hole. There we go. It's on there. Anytime baby, I suppose it still looks like baby. All right. What else is meant to go on there? There's some stripes for the front. The ones on the front are these ones, I think. I think these go. This kind of looks like my first radio control car when I was a kid. I think it's them. Let me double check. 11 and 12. Where's 11 and 12? Yep, 11 and 12 on the front. There you go. I know you're trying to read that upside down. I'm sorry if you're trying to read that upside down. Just realized I was cutting that completely out of view of the camera. I do apologize. Sometimes I forget. I'm trying to keep everything focused in on the action, but sometimes I forget to put the action where the camera can see it. One. But yeah, we'll put some other bits and pieces on. There's some stickers that are meant to go on the little side pods apparently. Might look into them. These were special scissors from the craft shop, so I'm not using anyone else's toenail clippers or whatever. Again, these have to come off. They have to come off, and I've got to remount the holes. Nearly there. Maybe I'll do a little shorts video of this driving if I manage to get it done. That's going to go there like that. Lovely. All right. So let's try and get this one on there. It's all getting a bit front heavy now. Critical bit is I want to get the fronts to join up. Oh, there we go. Right, one. Another one somewhere. Another one. Oh, shit. Don't tell me I've done that thing, Rob. Probably swept it onto the floor by now. Let me have a look. Oh. Oh, there it is. That one's going to go there. We want that to line up there. I think after an hour, we're going to take a neck break anyway, because I've been looking at this thing for many, many hours now. Right. Put this back through now. And there are some stickers to go on the light, so let's do them. Not sure which one they are. Are they the bright light? Sponsored by Mogwais everywhere. So let's get that on. Okay. I should probably put these on so they're going to go. These go like that. So they've got to be at sort of a, I don't know, a sort of 70-degree angle, something like that. Billy again. Can't help it. He's very protective. Sometimes doesn't understand that other people exist. One. Other one is obviously going to go like that. So the other one over here. "55 minutes. Oof. Can I get this thing together?" Let's have a go. Not that I'm rushing, hey? What goes at the top? Off-roader. Maybe I'll put a Tamiya thing at the front. All right. Okay. Let's crush that between that and that. Lovely. I think it's looking all right. I know it's not fully done, and maybe I'll I don't know, get the arches or something. I'll have a look. What else can I put on there? What else could go on? Yeah. So these are actually meant to be silver. So they're actually meant to wrap around there. They wrap around to go up over there. I don't know. I don't think I've got time to do them. What else can go on there? Where'd the Hornet bit go? Where does that one actually sit? The Hornet goes on the back. Oh, let's put that one on the bum. And then I might put Tamiya across the top there because that'll look good. Or maybe I'll put the Tamiya.com. Maybe that'll fit. Very much like sort of modern racing liveries that have websites and stuff on them. So that's not going to fit across the front. No. I'm going to just sort of... Oh, yes, Billy, we know. I'll go and rescue him in a moment. Rescue him from... It's probably a magpie or something, you know, near the yard. There we go. I think that'll do us. Let's try and put it together, shall we? Let's... I think I need some R clips, which are probably in one of these bags. There's some R clips there. I think there's meant to be a tube for the antenna, but I can't find that. Hold on, let me see if it's in the box. Billy, come on. Wait. Hey. Hey, come in. Wait. There's a tube for the antenna. And I have got some R clips. The antenna tube, I think, goes in that one. And there's a hole. Oi! There's a hole for it to go out. So what I might do is sort of... Thing is, my receiver's all the way over there, and I should have probably turned it around. I don't think I need it, to be honest. I think I'll just hide it under there. All right, so the body goes on. There's a clip at the front, one at the front, and a couple at the back, I think. Move my block out of the way. Drop very sharp things on my foot. That's why you put things away. Right. Remove that. Going to be a lot of cleanup after this build. All right, so let's see. It's got one clip at the front and then a couple of clips at the back, I believe. That's it. A couple of R clips. Get that open. So one at the front, which goes across there. One like that, and a couple at the back here. Nice, sort of simple ones. The problem is the driver. Oh, the driver's on the speed control. That's why it's not going. Bye, driver. Get the hell out. That's why it's not going. Right. Get the hell out of my car. Right. Try again. See? Electronic component placement does play quite a critical role sometimes. One, spin it around. Two. One Hornet. Looks like a Hornet. Should I put a battery in it and try it? I think I've got a battery somewhere. There's a battery. Put a 2S lithium battery in it. See how it goes. Oh, and I might need to look. So I might need to put it back in that container, I think. All right, let's try again. Lost batteries. All right, so I'm going to have to put this in here like this. Poke that through. I'm going to need a shorter battery. That's okay. I will just rattle that in there. Lucky I've bought more batteries, right? There we go. Perfect. Just like I bought one. Push that through. This battery cover's a wee bit funky, but there we go. Transmitter on, model on. There we go. And do we have some drive? Do we have some steering? We've got some steering. There we go. 1 hour, 5 minutes on part 6. I'm going to call this one done. If you have joined me for that long, thank you very much. If this helps you at all, a like would be really nice, or a comment. Or if you found out all the things that I did wrong, please comment and tell me what they are. I'd love to hear from you. Thanks very much. There's going to be an awkward pause while I end the stream. Awkward pause.